Next time you do this, don't. And instead, do this. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Alright, welcome back to Elektra 3 electrifying playfields of electricity. Actually, Elektra is more, there's really no electricity involved. Well, maybe there is. This could be kind of electricity looking, but it's really all about the, I don't know, crystals. Seems like it's all about the crystals. See? These guys here? Cave crystals. Because when you're floating in a meditative stance, like on the back glass, in a meditative position, cross-legged, you draw your energies from the crystals of Mother Nature, right? Oh, this is pretty cool. But this is kind of electrifying. But it's more like radio waves than electricity. Here's some more crystals. So, we're going to get electrified today. Got to figure out my plan of attack. By the way, this has a couple spinners, which is pretty cool too. 4 ramps, 2 spinners, 6 flippers, 3 play fields, targets galore. I think they're supposed to be translucent though. Or did somebody replace them all? Would there be a reason to replace all of those 3 and these 3 and these 5? They look original to me. But I did read or see a little bit about translucent targets. So I don't know if that's somebody adding that on or they're going back to original. We'll see. But yellow on that side, yellow on that side. I think that it looks all original. So I'm happy about that. Obviously, these flipper bats I discussed on the last episode are not original, but they do not seem to make reproductions of the translucent mini red ones, so that might be a challenge to find, and if so, I may just stick with those guys and at least use like a different color rubber for the flippers. I could go with the actual original Gottlieb flipper rubbers with the little lip on the inside. That might look a little better at least. Add a little red in there or something. But the plan of attack, firstly, is going to be to check under the hood. Maybe remove the playfield. Maybe stick the playfield on a rotisserie. So I do have room in the back room. I could bust out the old rotisserie. Stick it right there. I have enough space there, so that might not be such a bad idea. And then I can really get into all the goods here. And then I still have to decide if I want to try and swap this upper playfield. I mean, I know I want to, because it would look better, but how many hours of my life will it take me to do that? It shouldn't be that bad, really. And then I could even touch up the little areas that are worn, which is a little bit of area here, here, so I'm sure I could clean and touch this playfield up to look pretty decent. I just wonder if there's like stripped holes where all the ramps are, if I'm going to run into any issues like this. We're missing a side rail, I just realized. I mean, why is that missing? It seems like a heck of a lot of effort to do this, to run into so many potential issues. So these are green up here. So is it going to be a can of worms? And green up here, same targets. It's so bad though. It is so bad. How could this playfield be so bad? Why are they all like this? I mean, I guess you can keep it up in the upper playfield for a while. Is that why? Just banging it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Anyway, I'll have to decide exactly my plan. But for starters, I think I'm going to take a look under the hood and see what we got inside. Alright, I'm in. Let's take a closer look at what we got here. So, first thing I noticed, our prop rod is not very useful. So I use my traditional floor joist wire setup. That should be, knock on wood, should be okay. I think I read that this button might test the solenoids for the mini playfield, possibly. Don't quote me on it though. This wire that we noticed in the last video through the coin door we thought was a hack, but appears to just be attaching the lower playfield to the main playfield. I'm not really sure why, but it looks like a wing nut. Oh, maybe because you can lower this down to service it, and then it just kind of, this holds it in that position. We'll have to check that out. Yeah, there's a wing nut on this side. And is there hinges? Look at that. Looks hingy to me. Okay, well that's kind of cute. I imagine I'll want to remove that playfield possibly at some point. Wait, I'm going to have to. Probably. In order to clean it up and rubber it and all that, LED it. This is definitely, take a look at this. Just from bottom up, this thing is packed full of mechs. I mean, that is a lot of friggin' mechs. Holy poop. This is 2 pinball machines combined into one. That's how I'm going to look at it. This is 2 machines worth of restoring. Got a gate. We got lots. What's going on here? The other flipper. 1 of 6. So, what about the down here? What do we got? Look. Old capacitor from the old soundboard. What is going on here? Why is the F5 fuse clip missing altogether? Got a little bit of wiring stuff going on here. What is this and this? That I've not seen before. Is that original? Some connectors for it. That I do not know. This extra fuse here. What is that? Oh, is that the new F5? It kind of looks like someone made a new F5. That makes me want to replace this entire board. And I actually think I have this. I think I have one. So that would be convenient. I'd like to know what these are though. I'm gonna have to look up that. And oh look, the main fuse is not even in. And somewhere in this mess. How's our varistor? It's actually intact. Okay, that's nice. I've had the last 2 out of 3 machines, I think, were blown. Where is the wiring harness cut? It's got to be somewhere. Oh my god, what if that piece is missing altogether? I really hope not. I hope that harness isn't missing. That would really cause much grief. Oh, I think I found it. Excellent. Okay. Here we go. At least it is here. Man, I thought for a moment if somehow it went missing, there would be big trouble in Little China. Okay. So, in theory, I should be able to pull this right out of the cabinet. And then it'll be much easier to work on. So, that's kind of like one of the major things that needs to happen to get this game going. So I feel like that is a good place to start, don't you? So I can disconnect it here, and then hopefully I can... It has to disconnect somewhere because otherwise, oops, you wouldn't be able to remove the head from the body. So I'll sort that out. What else? Tilt bob missing. I noticed that in the last video. So this is quite a project. My excitement has turned slightly to dread, but you know, it's the whole elephant adage. How do you eat one? An entire elephant? Well, firstly, you don't. I recommend not doing that. But if you do, you just go one bite at a time. And it's a lot of bites. This machine is my elephant. And I think my first bite is going to be this. So let's start there. Alright, so in the future, for anyone watching, next time you do this, don't. And instead, do this. Aha. And then we can feed this through. Right? Come on. One-handed here. Look at this. Voila, we've got harness. Alright, so now maybe I'll stick my head here on the table in the back, get comfy, and solder these wires. There's maybe 15 of them, so it's not that bad actually. I can fix that. Okay, I'm back. Finished off last night getting this set up, and now I just got everything I think I need. I like my setup to deal with this surgery. Shout out to Jim Wilkes, who so graciously brought me this tool for stripping wires and this shrink tube, the clear stuff, which I did not have, and I am going to use it on all of these guys. So I think I got everything I need. I can sit fairly comfortably right here and do one wire at a time, and then, you know, that's one step closer. So give me I don't know how long this is going to take, but let's see, how many wires do we got? Like 5, 10, 15, probably about 20. So it takes me, I guess if it takes a couple minutes a wire, then I could actually be here for, or you round up, an hour. So it would be interesting to see. Let me see if I can find the time on my watcher. It is basically 7. So barring any distractions, I will get to work and see how long this takes. So we'll see. All right, it's 7:10. One is now done. I've got all these guys trimmed though, and I dipped them all in some flux too. So I'm on my way. Okay, it's 7:22, maybe 23. And I've done how many? 3, 6, 7. And I need to take a back break. As nice as this setup is, I am leaning forward quite a bit, and my back's already cranky. So I got a little ways to go, but making progress. Alright, so the time is 9:19. Yes, I ended up doing a dinner break, hung out in the back deck with the wifey and Jay the neighbor for a little bit. Took some back breaks, and while doing that I was checking the fuses over on the power supply. I'll show you that after, but that's it, except down to these 2 wires. So one of them goes to this connector, the orange, and the other goes to this connector, which somebody has done this. It looks fine. So I have to check the schematics, and then I have to trace where these go exactly on this end. Goes into this connector. They both do. And then out here. So anyway, I gotta find out where those ends go. Because I know where these ends go. And then try and determine which one goes where. It's 50-50 gamble. I wonder if they're like general illumination, maybe. Well, let's see. These are for the head, so maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I bet you they're thick wires, so maybe general illumination. Anyway, so during my couple back breaks, I would meander over here. And so I checked the fuses. The main one, these guys, the new F5. I did replace, I think, 3 of them. A couple I didn't like this main one, I couldn't even really read what it was. Another one was like 20 amp, 32 volt. Sorry, 20 amp, yeah, 32 volt. And you need like 250 volt. So I got rid of a couple of these crappy fuses. Actually, I can even show you. Let's see, here we go. Is this one of them? Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're like a brand I've never seen before, so. Which means that I think I'm probably safe to turn this guy on. There's the 2 connectors that I disconnected for the wiring harness, both labeled back box. So there's the one for the play field. I don't need that plugged in. What does this say? Cabinet. That's fine. We need that probably for the power. And what do these guys say? Transformer input. So I can turn on the machine, and here's the high voltage area. And I can check, actually I could check these bridges first and these diodes just to make sure that everything seems okay. And then where are all the test points? There's ground here, test point 2, test point 5, test point 1, test point 3, and 4. Okay, and if we got all proper voltages, then I don't know, maybe I don't need to replace this power supply. So we shall see. I will do a little more sleuthing, and I don't know, maybe we'll power this on shortly. Alright, she's plugged in, and just in case, it could actually be on right now, I have no idea. I don't hear the transformer humming, so I'm going to turn it on and hopefully we will not be witnessing anything exciting here. So 3, 2, 1. Still don't hear any transformer humming. So I guess no explosions is a good thing. Varistor is intact. So what I'm going to do now is find out what position is on and test some voltages. I'll report back. Okay, here's the voltages. Test point 3 should be, I think that says 11.5. Test point 1, 6.5. Test point 5, 43. Test point 2, 230 volts. Test point 4, 6.5 volts AC. The rest are DC. And I was getting absolutely nothing. But then I just realized that this connector was not in. So I popped that in, and sure enough, actually I can even show you. Because why not? Let's see, stick my ground there. Then we can go here. This is the high voltage section. Well, you probably want to see this too. Here we go. Except that I should turn on the machine. Oh, look, I got coin door lights. I didn't notice that last time. All right. Don't electrocute yourself when doing this, please and thank you. Can you see that? 185 volts. Test point 3. 14.1. Very good. Test point 5. 39. Excellent. Test point 1. 7.9. Beautiful. And the last one, test point 4, AC. Here we go, 7.3, boom. All the fuses are good, voltages are good. Oops, I forgot to check the bridges diodes, but they must be good because all the voltages are good. So that means that in theory, once I figure out those two orange wires, I really could pop on the head and plug this thing and turn it on for the most part. I'll probably tidy up. Oh, that's just a broken lamp socket right there. That's an easy fix. I'll probably just use a standard socket, not the 555 possibly. So we're on our way, making progress. I think I'm gonna have to wrap up soon, so I might as well call it a wrap. But one bite of the elephant was a good bite. It was a tasty one. We'll take another bite probably tomorrow. So there it is, Elektra. It's electrifying stuff. It'll be a while. Hey, what is this? A little homemade peg? Isn't that cute? Anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching.